It's been a disappointing bank holiday afternoon for the Bucks. They've lost 3-1 to Leamington at the new Bucks Head here, and I have manager Gavin Cowan with me. Gavin, not the best of afternoons, Burnley stretch. Any immediate thoughts as to what the problem was?
Yeah, just a lack of reliability. I think players going over the white line, and try to look at whether it was the system. The systems wasn't hurting us, and the numbers on the pitch. But it wasn't to do with that. I think today we lacked reliability, efficiency, and ultimately, we paid the price for we were the creators of our own downfall today, and that's it's hard enough playing against 11 other players who want to win a game when you go up against yourself. So that's it's a difficult one to take.
Sure. I know you thought that was part of the issue at Southport in the first half on Saturday as well. So any thoughts? How do you go about?
We had an excuse on Saturday, didn't we? Because the grass was long. But listen, make no mistake, our pitch is phenomenal. The ground staff here do an amazing job, and no excuses. So no excuses coming from me on that. Ultimately, Leamington are a very direct side. They're back to front. They load up for set pieces and free kicks and throw-ins, and everything's thrown into the box. And I felt as though we dealt with that. Really, first half it was pretty comfortable. We wanted to focus on ourselves and play football, and I thought we were doing that at times really, really well. We looked comfortable, 1-0 lead, and then it's unexplainable really. Unreliability, lack of trust in the midfield, and it's hard because I'm dealing with players that I believed that would be able to go again this year and be able to kick on, and we're finding that that's not the case. Whether there's a second season syndrome element in there, and some of the players feel as though they've just got to turn up, or what, I don't know. But ultimately, we're finding out a bit about them, and it's going to be an interesting week.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess in a sense, this is, I guess, your biggest test as a manager so far.
Yeah, of course, yeah, and I won't shy away from it. I'll take full responsibility, of course. You know me. I will never walk away from a situation, and believe it's everybody else's fault. I'll always look at myself first and foremost. But I just didn't believe it was about tactics today. I didn't believe it was about numbers on the pitch. Whether you want to call it a process or a game strategy or a plan or whatever it may be. I call it a process, but ultimately that will work today. And what we've shown the players this week is elements of when we've done it and how we've been successful, and actually when they've worked on their own agenda and we've been punished, which they've all agreed to and they all understand. But for whatever reason today, that went out the window. If you can't pass the ball to your teammate, if you can't be reliable in possession without any pressure, you're going to be punished and you're not going to win games. And ultimately, Leamington ended up capitalising on us bombing forward, trying to get a draw out of the game. So it was difficult. It was difficult to take the third goal, but that's something that you have to accept when you're trying to push at home and trying to be expansive. So, like I say, it's hard to take because it's something that the players are going to have to look at and try and build some confidence from, and start trusting our process again.
Sure. Is it any more disappointing for the fact that you got that early goal?
No, not really. I think it's just disappointing in general. At home we expect to be winning games. After what we had last year and the players that we've retained, I believe that we could take these players to the next level. And that's something I'm going to have to address now, because ultimately, we don't want to stand still as a football club, and we don't want to go backwards. We want to be building all of the time, and we're building brilliantly off the pitch, off the back of last season, which is great. But in order for that to happen, we need to continue doing well. This football club revolves around really where we're at on the football pitch at the moment. But I do urge everybody to stick with it. It's a long old season, and everybody has to. These are the times really you find out about people. You find out about your supporters, you find out about people around the club, about your staff, about your players. So you're right. If anything, I don't shy away from these moments. I relish it. And it's. I would rather not be here. And I would rather be in a position where we are in a playoff position. But ultimately, I've not looked at the table yet, as I didn't last year, and it's a long season. And we will get it right, because the philosophy is right. Everything's in place. And if people don't want to do it, then we might have to look about how we're going to address that. But ultimately, it's we're all right, and we'll get there.
Okay, Gavin, really appreciate your time as ever. Thanks
Cheers,
very much indeed.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.